In today's video, we're going to learn how to multiply two fractions that are not unit fractions together. But before we do that, let's go ahead and review yesterday where we multiplied one unit fraction by one non-unit fraction. So I want you to pause the video and solve this problem, 2/3 times 1/3, using your fraction circles. So here I have my 2/3 times 1/3. I originally colored in 2/3 of my circle red, and then I went back and took 1/3 of each of those and made it black, and my problem ended up being 2/9. But I could have done this problem a different way. Because of the commutative property of multiplication, I could have started with my 1/3 colored in red and then made 2/3 in black, and I would have ended up with the same answer of 2/9. So, let's go ahead and move on to today's lesson. Today's lesson, like I said, is two non-unit fractions. So, our first problem, 3/5 of all people have pets. 2/3 of those with pets have a cat or dog. What fraction of all people have a cat or dog? So I set up my problem, and today instead of using fraction circles, I'm going to use these fraction bars. So I've set up my fraction bar in fifths, and I have 3 of them marked off. I'm going to go back through and mark it into thirds because I want to break into 2/3. So I'm going to go ahead and mark thirds all the way across all the bars. Then I'm going to color in 2/3 in each of those already colored squares. This gives me a total of 6 squares that are colored now in both red and black. So 6. And my denominator, my total, is 15. So my answer here is 6/15. Let's try another problem. 3/7 of plants in a garden are flowers. 2/3 of those flowers are roses. What fraction of plants in the whole garden are roses? So again, I started with my first number, my first fraction, and I broke my fraction bar into sevenths, and then colored in 3 of them. Then I'm going to go ahead and color in my 2/3. So I'm marking my boxes for thirds and then coloring in 2 of them. So I can see, once again, I have 6 boxes that are both red and black, and my total number of boxes is 21. Alright, what I want you to do now is to pause the video and solve these problems in your notebook. 2/5 times 3/4, 3/8 times 2/3, and 4/7 times 2/5. Hopefully you paused the video, and now we're going to go ahead and put the answers up on the screen. So when I solved 2/5 times 3/4, I got 6/20, which could be simplified to 3/10. When I solved 3/8 times 2/3, I got 6/24, which can be simplified to 1/4. And when I multiplied 4/7 times 2/5, I got 8/35. If you had any problems, make sure you go back and rewatch the video and take notes in your notebook, and you are ready to take the quiz.